How's it going, everyone? Back again with another video. Today I'm just going to be talking about what's happening this week in terms of the gaming scene and how excited we all are for the fact that finally the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X are coming out. And I, for one, could not be more happier. Mainly due to the fact, not because it's a new generation coming up, but mainly due to the fact that the 8th generation is finally over. Thank God for that. I mean, 7 years of just this generation. I mean, I ain't gonna go on and on about that. People who are subscribed to me all know what I feel about the 8th generation, so I ain't gonna dwindle on that. But yeah, so we're just gonna talk about the 9th generation really quick, and something a bit different here. Mainly due to the fact that with the 9th generation and how much of a disaster it's been since in terms of pre-orders and trying to get the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X, day one, mainly due to the coronavirus and just that just completely putting a spanner in the works in terms of the pre-orders and everything, and on top of the fact that usually when it comes to new generations, it's pretty much a nightmare to get a new console day one. So there's not many people that are going to get the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X day one. And I know there is people out there that are more than happy to go to eBay and all that and try to buy someone's pre-order code or whatever for a ridiculous amount of price. Like I've seen, we've seen them on eBay, like how much they're going for, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 for some of these things. It's like just fucking ridiculous. So anyway, what I'm going to do is talk about why you shouldn't really be worried about getting a PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X day one. There is a lot of more hindrances to getting it day one than not. So there's a few things that I want to talk about. I, for one, was interested in trying to get one day one up until last week. Something changed last week, and that pretty much just went from me going from, oh, hey, I'd be good if I could get one of these, a PlayStation 5 day one, to, oh shit, I don't give a fuck about it now. Like, there's no point. I can wait to easily, past Christmas, January, February for one now. So yeah, there's just 3 things I'm going to talk about on why you shouldn't really be worried about getting a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X day one. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the games. The lined up games that we're going to get in terms of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, day one. I'm having a look at all these games, and in my opinion, like from my standard, I mean, you could be completely different from me. There isn't that really much there that I'm really looking forward to. So in terms of the PlayStation games, you've got games like Spider-Man Miles Morales, I think Dark Souls 3 or something like that, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, one of those things. As you can tell from me not getting it correctly, I'm not really interested in that. So you got Spider-Man, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, whatever the hell it is. You got Godfall or whatever it is, and just a few indie games and stuff like that, and stuff that that are more on the back burner here. So in terms of the PlayStation games, there isn't that really much, in my opinion, that I'm looking forward to. So with Spider-Man Miles Morales, I didn't really know this until like yesterday, until the reviews came out, that it's available on the PlayStation 4. So you don't really need to get a PlayStation 5 for that. Dark Souls, Demon Souls, whatever it was, you can tell how much I don't care about it. I'm not a fan of that. But if you're interested in that, then yeah, you could be. But not many people are, because it's a Japanese, one of those Japanese fantasy games, and it's a very niche market there. But some people will be interested, but most people ain't. And just a few indie games and that. So there isn't that really that much that that is appealing. And what I said before about how my opinion changed from getting a PlayStation 5 to not getting it is mainly because of Destruction All-Stars. Now, I don't know why, but for some reason, I'm really looking forward to this game. Like, it just looks something completely different. I don't know what's going on with me. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, this thing has potential. I'm really looking forward to this game. I cannot wait for this game to come out. It was so much that I was planning on trying to get a PlayStation 5 day one and getting this thing day one, but no. Destruction All-Stars just got delayed. It got delayed to February, so hey, I don't now it's like, what's the point of getting, a PlayStation 5 day one? Because there's nothing really interesting that I'm looking forward to. Spider-Man you can get on PlayStation 4 and a few other games, and Godfall. I'm looking at this game like, this thing's coming out day one, and that thing looks suspect. It looks really shady at the moment. I don't know. I am not looking forward to that thing at all. I don't know if people are different, but yeah, I'm not really looking forward to that. So yeah, there's not really, even though they say that the lineup is not that bad, the day one lineup, they're saying that it's the best, lineup out of all the generations. Well, that isn't really saying much, people. Like, it doesn't take much to have the best lineup in a new console generation, because nearly all of them have been terrible. All of them. No, I don't think there is one generation that had a good lineup. So yeah, with the PlayStation 5, there ain't that much there. With the Xbox, there isn't really that much either. Like, if people were looking for Halo Infinite, that was supposed to be coming out day one, and now they've delayed that till December. So yeah, there's not really much of a point getting a Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5 day one, unless you're really looking forward to some of these games. But me, in my opinion, I mean, you could be different from me, there isn't that really much there that I'm looking forward to. So yeah, in terms of the lineup, that's the first thing you shouldn't really be worried about getting a new console day one. Next is the monitor issues. Now, when I mean monitor, I mean people who play games on a monitor. Play your consoles on a monitor. With the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, they support HDMI 2.1. And what HDMI 2.1 is 4K 120 frames a second. Now, at the moment, at this point in time, practically it's nearly just under a week before the new consoles come out. There is no monitors out there that support HDMI 2.1. 120 frames 4K. None of them do it. So there isn't. So practically, you are at a disadvantage getting a new generation of consoles. Like, you can't see how it will perform to the best of its ability if you play your consoles on a monitor, which is a lot of people. I think it's like a 50-50 market now, that most people play on a monitor than they do on a TV. Now, people who do play on a TV, then you're in luck. There is a few TVs that do support HDMI 2.1, so they'll be able to show the full potential of the console practically early with the 4K and 120 frames. And like, I can't believe I'm saying 1K, not 1K, 4K, 120 frames a second. I'll believe it when I see it, guys. Like, I don't know about that, but yeah, they're saying it will happen, so that'll be great. But at the moment, I'll believe it when I see it. So yeah, if you've got a monitor, if you play video games on a monitor, there isn't really much of a point of you getting a console, day one, because there is no monitors that support HDMI 2.1. And if there is any, it doesn't support 120 frames. It only supports 60. So yeah, that's another thing you should consider when trying to get a console, practically day one. And last but not least is the glitches. The glitches that we all expect to see in terms of a new generation of consoles. I really don't think there has been a generation where at the start there wasn't any glitches or any technical difficulties to deal with. With the PlayStation 4, I know there was a few, same with the Xbox and their UI. That was a bit of a problem day one. I think the PlayStation 3 had a bit of problems at the start. It was 2006. I wasn't around back then, but I've heard there was a few. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do is just wait for them to, iron out all those problems. So give it a couple of months or two. So when you do get a console, you have no dramas to deal with. So yeah, just with the video games, the monitors, and the glitches. That's probably the 3 things that you should consider when you're buying a new generation of console, practically day 1, week 1, even the first month. So yeah, that's all for today, guys. I hope you liked this video. Just a bit of a quick one, just to say that, hey, most people like me who don't have a pre-order, you shouldn't really worry about it getting day 1. There's no point paying full price when there isn't really that much to be excited about. I mean, with Miles Morales and the games, you can get that on the PlayStation 4. There's a few other games that look a bit suspect to me. If you're looking forward to them, yeah. Also, maybe not if you're an NBA fan. That NBA 2K21 looks really nice. Even if you're a fan of basketball and all that, you should be pretty excited about that. So I don't know if you want to get a day 1, I could see the urge there, but I'm not a basketball fan. I haven't played an NBA game or 2K game since at least 10 years, so that's not really a bother with me. So yeah, just a quick video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a quick one. I'll see you guys in the next video. It'll probably be coming out, I don't know, when I get around to it. It'll probably be a sequel to the San Andreas video. The fact that I was being all nice talking about San Andreas, well, wait till you hear the opposite side of another game in the GTA franchise, which I have a completely different opinion about. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that as soon as I can. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye.